MC Mining came in here, and welcome back to this next episode on the Crystalcraft server. Well, after a little bit of trial and error, with the last episode, I found out that I can get about a 10-minute episode recorded on this computer before I start hitting serious lag that'll impact my gameplay too much to be able to do any recording. So I think I'd rather do, and I'm sure you'd agree, you would like, at least 10-minute episode of something versus a month of nothing. And so I will try doing it that way. But anyway, I am here in my little storage room. I have found a place to bunker down and start over. So I got cobblestone and dirt as my building blocks. I harvested a lot of the jungle wood out of the old jungle. Some random other things. Stuff from mine shafts. Then some food going around killing with the flame sword. Some stuff for vegetation. Just restart and utilities and my weapons. That is it. But anyway, I am out here in what has got to be one of the most awesome looking biomes to date. This is a extreme, well, it's not an extreme, but it's a Savanna mountain. Let me double check just to be sure. All right, it's a Savanna Plateau M. And this area is just absolutely gorgeous. You got several of these peaks. I'm building up on top of this one. There's a couple other people building around here. And if I can maybe hop over to that hill. See if I can get over there without it lagging too much. Oh, nope, couldn't quite get to it. All right, let's hop up there. So I'm using Power Tools command for being a donor. I hadn't been able to use it as an overlord, but being able to use it as an immortal is kind of nice. I can see the enticement in using it. Anyway, there's my platform. There was that house, but just look, and I have to have my render distance turned down significantly to do these recordings. But you've got these mountain spires all over the place, and these cool, just naturally generated features all over. And this is just simply gorgeous. A couple weird things here and there, like floating coarse dirt. But anyway, the plateau that I'm building on is that one. And if I can get a better view of it, I might have to pause the recording again so it'll render in. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I refreshed it and it doesn't seem to really help much more. But anyway, it's got this couple pylons that it sprouts out of the ground on, and then it has these little arm sprouts. Let's see if I can maybe hop over here. I really want to show you what this looks like before I build it up much more. That's not too bad of a view. Let me pause it. I'm really sorry that I have to do this, but for my computer to be able to do all this stuff, this is just the way it's going to have to be. Well, just a little bit better, but anyway, you got this little piece of growing off the side of it. You have this bulge off of this side. There's another little bulge right here. It's really nice, and then there's tunnel access to a huge ravine that goes down underneath all of it. So I'm going to be up in there see if I can hop up there. So I have decided to, nope, did not get up there. Let's do it again. So I'm going to try a build style that I have really enjoyed watching other people do, not necessarily on this server, but things I watch on YouTube and photos I found on Google searches. But I want to do a steampunk style build. And steampunk primary features is small bases, like say a 4x4 square is the base of it, and then as you build up, the structure gets bigger. So you'll have like a 8x8 room on top of it, and then you'll have like, you know, a 16x12 room off of one side, and a 7x4 room off of another side, or something like that. Just it gets bigger and more misshapen as it goes up. Very upside down thinking when it comes to logical building. It's very gravity defying in its design. So that's what I'm going to be doing up here. And then I also started working out some. I'm trying to work out some ideas. It's going to all be merged into each other. Very compact space. Everything. It's not very functional. It's just for visual. So another level down here, and then I was working on wrapping a level around here. But I also want to find a way to make a staircase be able to go up and down the majority of this this rock formation. So I'm trying to work out where layers and levels and platforms are going to be before I start building. But I do want to hop over to my single player world real quick and show you some of the styles that I have found on Google. All right, I'm here in my creative single player world, and this is actually a couple days later after that last video, because I tried recording this second segment once already, and the video just lagged out too badly, so I'm having to redo it. But anyway, these are a bunch of saves, schematica saves that I got off of the internet, and that were all labeled either Victorian, medieval, or steampunk. And these high roofs and the cobblestone or stone accents around everything, decor is all very common in all those themes. And here's what I was talking about, steampunk, where it's a very small base. This looks to be about basically a 5x5 base, and then it just gets bigger. And here's another one, small base, it gets bigger, and then it has these odd shaped structures, rooms hanging off of it without any support, very gravity defying. Some giant clock tower thing, lots of gears built. Lots of these were like considered townhouses or village centers or something like that. A little bit more complex than what I'm going to be able to do, but a lot of ideas here. Mix and match some of these things to come up with my own design. Trees, cranes, lampposts, water wheels, fountains. There are lots of several different ideas all in here. But what I'm really interested in, and what I'm going to try making my first project, was this thing. this is a steampunk shark submarine, except I'm going to turn it into an airship. Now, this, when I saw the texture, this picture of this online, they were using a texture pack, a steampunk texture pack, so it looked completely different. I thought it was made out of wood, but this is made out of hardened clay, brown stained clay, and stone brick. So I have been actually working on changing this up a little bit. I just want to show you quickly the inside, well, part of the inside. So the mouth and belly is full of soul sand. It's got this little ship here that it's been eaten. There's fire and lava source blocks and TNT up in the torpedo room. This thing is actually very impressive and massive. But let me hop over to the one that I've been editing and give you a quick tour. All right, here we go. Some of the world is still loading, but I'll make it a little jittery here for a while. But it's I swapped it out with dark oak and then replaced the stone brick. I started doing world edit, but I needed world edit requires you to change every stair based off of its orientation separately. So I've been doing a lot of it by hand, a lot of this detail by hand, but I like this cobblestone and wood look a lot better than the stone brick and clay look. And I'll have to design some sort of balloon thing above it, or propellers to give it the steampunk vibe of how it floats. But let me take you inside. So I went through and removed all of the soul sand. I'm gonna have to touch up some of this skeletal structure. Removed the boat out of it. A lot of this is not symmetrical, and so I am updating some of that as well as I come across it. But let's go up here to let's go ahead and use this entrance. So you come down in here, and you can walk this direction, and you have some rooms, some simple rooms, and then a storage room. And then coming back, observation ports. Oh, you know what? I haven't even seen this part before myself. This is actually a very big build. So crew quarters. Oh, those are captain's quarters. And then up in here you have, this is the tower on the submarine. So you got the bridge, navigation deck, and then the lookout up at the top of the tower. And back down to here. You can walk to, did that say? Oh, that's another way out. And then this little room. Huh. That's odd. Anyway, I am going to be changing up because like all this iron blocks and iron doors and stuff, I won't be able to afford anytime soon. Alright, so we did that. So let's come back out here, go down to this deck. Now this is where all the TNT was. All of these spots without this carpet had TNT piles, and then there were TNT on the front of these. And these are the torpedoes for the, and then the torpedo launchers for the front of the ship or the submarine. It's supposed to represent little crane systems to carry the torpedoes. More observation windows. I'll probably change some of the wood in here as well. The hospital, which should be sick bay or infirmary if you're on a naval ship. And dining room should be the galley. And then coming back here, stomach and turbine. So a little control room. Then here's the engine core, which this was something else that must have got changed over when I did a world MC edit to swap out blocks. And then here's access to the stomach again. And then these two switches are what contained or controlled rather lava source blocks up in here. There we go. Yeah, it was just a lava source block that would pour down onto this and just burn everything. So I don't know what the intent was behind that. But yeah. Some redstone stuff that I can probably not bother. Huh. Now how is that possible? Again, it must have been something I removed, some block that I removed when I did the edit. But yeah, this is what I plan on building. It's going to take quite a while to do, obviously. But after I get all of the things updated that I want to in my creative world here, then I will export the schematica and try using it in Crystalcraft like I was when I was doing the Megasphere. And that is one of the reasons why I am not going to do any on-screen build recordings, because of things like that that I need to use. So its eyes are also, are those its eyes? No, those are its eyes. There was fire in there, and of course fire and lava do not work so well when you're going to be making a wood structure. But yeah, it'll be an airship versus a nautical ship. It's I keep forgetting to measure how long it is, but it's longer than I think. I think it's like 160 blocks now, is I think what I last counted. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be building. And so now I will go ahead and cut it here for this video. Getting lag again, and need to merge this file with the file I recorded the other days and hopefully get them loaded up to YouTube without too much fuss. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like. I will get the intros and outros installed on these videos eventually when I get my gaming computer up and running again. But anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.